She had a couple of days off, so I'm going to do a bit more work. With some throwing the ropes around and dragging past her. Get her back used to this stuff happening. All the basic stuff again. Note I'm standing on here. So be careful doing that. Ask her to come forward. Now, I've worked on her once between last time I uploaded and now, and when I worked on her that time, she was extremely nervous, but we were able to manage to be able to touch the back leg without a kick, halfway down, so without a rope too, so that was good. The other thing we were also able to do, we were able to get her to not panic with the rope on the butt. Or, good girl. Now it's hanging on her. See what happens when she realises there's a rope on her butt. She's not worrying so much. Okay, we can come and pick that up. Pull that around. We're so dusty here. We've got no rain until next Thursday. So it could be, and we may not even get it. So I think we're settling into drought again. We've had about 3 good years, so we're heading back into the bad. Now she's going to look a bit uncomfortable here because we've got 2 things happening. We've got a rope on her on the crosser, so she's dangling on both sides. Come on, love. You move up. Move up. She's not too worried about the rope at all today. She's going to do this, swing the rope beside her, and now over and down. So I'm liking how she's settling with these rope things. Now I'm going to bring up, we're going to try and brush her tail if we can, if she'll allow us. So we're going to bring her up here, see if we can do it. We practiced the other day. I had to get her against the gate and get her to work her way across to me to get to the tail the other day. Let's see if she'll allow me today to touch. Oh, she did. Good girl. That was very nice. And on this side is where we've got to watch it, because this is the leg that she will kick with. If she's going to kick me, she's going to go on this side. She says, I don't know about that side. She says, I don't know. Might be all right, but it might not be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and grab the brush. I want her to wait here for me if she can. Stay. And drop. Drop. Good girl. She might follow me, but she might not. Good girl. Oh, I'm impressed with you today. You're listening. Good job. That was really good. Waiting nicely for me. She waited nicely. We've got a few things we're going to do first. We're going to comb, first of all, this beautiful mane of hers that she has. Get her into a position where she's twisting her legs around and have a bit of a think before we do anything. Let's get those legs crossed first of all. I'm also going to do an attempt on the feet again. I actually did Tocky's feet yesterday. He was absolutely woeful. Took me about 30 minutes to do the first foot, and then about only 20 minutes to do the remaining lot. But the first foot was an absolute terrible thing. She's fine with that sound of the comb. So she's obviously most likely had the mane brushed a few times, but the tail, I don't think she's ever had her tail brushed before, because the shock that she seemed to have at me touching her tail in the first place. She's getting better though. She's starting to settle in and understand what it is I'm asking. And while she might not like it, she's accepting a lot better. And you can see here, oh, you probably can't see it. I'm just going to turn the camera so you can see. So you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to come over here and come down. I'm going to touch the tail. Touching the tail. She's a little uncomfortable with it. But this is a big, big stride because we were not allowed to touch this tail or get anywhere near even the backside. So anyone who's been watching for a while knows this. So, yeah. Good morning, everybody. We've got Dougie. Hi, Doug. How you doing? Hi, Nicholas. How you doing? Thanks for watching, guys. So basically, this girl, this is like a miracle for her. For me to touch this. Now, it's touching, it's one thing, but actually being able to use the comb in it is a completely different thing because the comb makes a weird sound. So when she's just gotten used to that sound up here, she's actually got a lovely mane once it's all tidied up and brushed and looked after. She's a very pretty girl. Yes, she is. She'd make beautiful babies if we got the right stallion to her. But we're not going to do that, are we? We're going to wait and see how we go first. We don't want to breed you never want to breed a horse who's got a dreadful case of the nerves because the chances of passing it on to the next horse is pretty high and you're going to create another nervy horse. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes you will get a decent horse out of a nervous horse, but most of the time you are best to not mix those genetics with anything at all unless you get an extremely good... what do you call it, a very good stallion who's super, super quiet. So I've never been into breeding horses. I don't really like it. I think to each their own, but for me, unless I have a purpose for a horse, there is no way I'd breed myself. I just don't see the sense in it because unless there's a purpose, you're creating a life that's probably going to end up not doing the best and probably in the knackery somewhere and not having a good life if it's not wanted. So no different to human babies. Why have them if you're not going to look after them? So basically we're practicing with this and she's going to let me have a look here. I'm going to touch, see now as soon as I use the comb on that, she did a bit of a movement there. Now I've done the wrong thing here by letting go and moving away, but the reason I'm doing that with this horse is because she has such a fear. I don't want to reinforce the fear by chasing her around on her backside. So what I want to do is make it more normal for this to happen. Good girl. There we go. And just touch and bring her out. Good girl. And she's been quite patient with me. Now I'm going to try from this other side and see what she does. It may be a completely different case because she doesn't seem to like things on this side very much. So I'm going to start by brushing the mane again onto this side instead. Having a bit of let's change her hairdo. Let's make it pretty on this side. She's such a beautiful girl. And I don't think anyone's just given her the time to actually spend that time. They've kind of gone, and I almost did it myself. I kind of went, she's a bit of a lost cause. But I've waited long enough and I'm starting to see nice results. And as you can see here, she's doing really well. Now this back leg's stretched right out there. I want her to move that forward. Oops, sorry, darling. Move that just a tad bit forward so she's not stretching that. So we're not ready for a kick. We're just going to be even and comfy. So we go back one, just a little. There we go, just a little. Good girl. And stand there. Good girl. And I'm going to touch. And she's allowed me to touch, but she's not happy. So again, we're not going to put ourselves in a position where we're going to get kicked or we're going to provoke her into kicking. She will learn eventually. I've learnt with this horse, the slower you are, the better results you will have. The more you try to push things too quickly, you're not going to have a good result from her. She is not one that likes to be pushed. She's too nervous and she very much needs to be able to just relax around you before you push too hard. Now, she's going to have to be out of her comfort zone sometimes. There's no getting away with it. Just like me. I have to go into town. I hate going into town. I hate driving. I hate vehicles. I hate being in a car. I hate the road. But I've got to do it. And as much as I hate it and I feel dread at doing it. I've got to push myself if I want to get fed. So for her, if she wants to have her feet done and she wants to have it done where she's not locked up or getting knocked out by a vet with a tranquilizer to be able to get her feet done, we have to work at this. I believe I can get to those feet, and I believe that we can do this. I don't think there's going to be an issue if we take our time and we're gentle and calm with her. And she's giving me, she's just, now that little nod round to there, she's trying to not just see what I'm doing, but she's telling me I'm nervous about this side. She's telling me again, she's giving me that nod. Says, I'm nervous about this. I don't like that. I don't like you touching this side. This is not her good side. Much more comfortable on me on this side. So I feel a lot better about this side too. She's going to check this side too. But watch her ears and how she behaves around me touching this side. She's a lot calmer there. Now let's have a look on this side. She gets the neck up, she puts herself, stiffens up, and she kind of tightens up, which you do when you're anxious. So we're going to ask her to drop. Good girl. Just drop. I want her to relax with me right here while I touch her on the neck. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. We even have a bit of a rub behind the ear. How's that feeling? Tocky, what are you doing to the fence? Got my other boy over there being a silly boy. I'm going to drop down. There we go. And that's just helping her to relax. And any horse that'll put their head down while they're next to you, they're trusting you completely, because this is where, out in the wild, if a wild dog goes at them, they'll either go for the back legs or the throat. They'll generally go for the throat, and they'll usually jump up under here. So the horse doesn't really want to make itself vulnerable by putting that down low unless it's in a comfortable space of mind. There's a lot to the psychology. A lot of people think all these theories that are out there, it's bullshit. There's a lot of theories and none of it's actually practical. If you want practical and you want to learn how to read a horse, watch them. Don't read a book, watch them. Every single horse has a different reaction for different things. Learn your horses. There are cues, yes, that you can go on, but each individual horse has its own unique way of communicating and its stress levels and whether or not it can handle something or not. She's far different to my other little pony. He's crazy as anything. He never really shows much displeasure at things, but when he does, he means he's really cranky. When she's showing displeasure, she's showing anxiety more than she is anger. He gets cranky, being cranky boy. So it's the basic stuff. It just looks like you're getting nowhere, but trust me, you do get somewhere when you're doing this. You really do. And it's the best thing you can do for a horse is to make it a little uncomfortable here and there. When I first started out, doing this was a big deal. Now it's like, okay, I'm not even concerned about it. I know you're probably going to do that. She's not happy about it, but she's not worried about it. See? She's like, oh, what are you doing that for? She's doing a good job. And that tail clamps. You can tell because the tail. So I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to turn her to where you can see her butt a bit, where we don't break the camera. But watch her backside when I'm standing here and she's relaxed. Tail goes out. When she's relaxed and calm, the tail is out. As soon as I start touching, watch the tail go straight back in. She's not relaxed there. Let's relax her, get her relaxed a bit. Watch the tail come back out as she relaxes. Good girl. There we go. Good job. There we go. It's not fully out yet, but it is coming out. Good girl. As soon as I touch. Now, let's wait until she gets her tail back where she likes to have it. But you can tell by where their tail is, and this horse in particular, she's relaxing there, but as soon as I touch, watch that tail clamp in. That's anxiety. That's also a warning. That's a warning to people. I'm tucking my bum in, I'm ready to kick you. If you aren't careful and you push too hard, I'm going to hurt you. I'm warning you, and she's very generous in her warning. She does let us know for a very long time before she will do something. She's very kind like that. People probably think, how can a horse be kind if it's a horse that kicks? Well, it's not until you discover why it's kicking as to whether or not it's a mean and nasty horse, or whether it's a horse that simply is misunderstood and you're not communicating correctly to her for her to be able to understand that she's safe inside your presence and with whatever you're doing, whether it be jumping up and down, whether it be running around, whether it be touching a thumb, whether it be touching down a leg, whatever you're doing in fast movement, slow movement, whatever it is you're doing. And she's got to know that whatever it is that you're doing, you're not ready to hurt her. That's what she wants to know. She wants to know that she's going to be safe around you. So the only way we can really, really do that is to just take it easy and show her step by step over however long it takes. It could take you 6 years to do this. It could take you a week. Depends on the horse. Depends on what their history is. I know nothing about what's happened to her, but I would bet my life on it. She's been probably walloped very, very heavily on her backside end. She's probably had a bad situation where someone's tried to do something with her foot, or she could have been caught in a fence. But she has trouble with you touching the feet and lifting the feet. It took forever to teach her just for 1 foot. I've had her for 4 weeks now. It took me probably 2 weeks to be able to get that foot and rasp it. And I'm going to show you, just for the sake of showing you how successful you can be. I'm going to lift her foot and show you how she lets me do the rasping. Good girl. Licking and chewing. Just so you can see. On that foot, not a problem. But if I try to do this on the other foot, you watch the difference. She's not happy on this side. Something has happened on this side, and she's probably got such a bad memory of it that she cannot take it. We're getting better with this, but it is taking a while. And we've got to watch her because she does nip. So I'm going to come this way so I can watch what I'm doing. And I can hold it. I'm going to ask her, and you can see that back leg is cocking up, and she doesn't want me to touch and bring that leg up. So she goes against everything. So it might take me another 4 weeks to get this leg working. But I'll damn well try my hardest so this horse does not end up in a bad spot. She won't end up in a bad spot with me anyway. It won't happen. But if she goes on to somebody else who wants to further her and get on and ride and do things like that, somebody that's smaller build than me that can actually get on and back her and do things with her, I want her to go where it's not 10 times harder for them to actually start her off. The safety, being able to go around their legs, you must be able to do this. If you can't do this, the horse has issues with getting its feet done. Now, it could naturally have good feet, which she does. Her feet chipping away, naturally, they do well. The problem is, if she's getting ready, and see there, I'm just going to keep on, every time I visit with her, I'm just going to keep touching. And if she cow kicks, I'm just going to keep a monitor on that. As you can see there, she's very upset about me touching this side. And she's kicking away there. So she's telling me something's wrong here. Something's happened to me here. I don't believe that she's got an actual physical problem there. She's not lame, she runs, she does everything. I believe somebody's probably tried to work her, tried to force her with her foot there, and it hasn't gone well. Now, she may never ever accept somebody touching that foot, but I believe she will if it's the right person and if there's patience. Like I said, I could not touch a bum or a tail before. And I could not even touch over the top of the neck. Now I can stand here and do this and that, and she's, I can swing the rope, do whatever. And she's not comfortable, but she's a heck of a lot better than she was before. That's for certain. The people who saw the very first time that I showed her will tell you, and the ones who've been watching will tell you what a difference this horse is compared to the very first day that she came here and the way she was behaving. petrified of everything. I'm going to show you another example right now. You get the shovel out. Threw that on the ground. First day she was here, didn't know what a shovel was, never saw one. Completely freaking out. Good morning. Hope you had a good sleep. I had dreams about, nightmares about all sorts of shit last night. I probably dreamt about 7 different nightmares. It's got to be the tablets I'm on. Anyways. Just like, yeah, we do this every day. And this is how you can tell when things are starting to work for you, because the horse is more relaxed about things that ordinarily would be completely freaking her out. And she'll walk over the top of it and go round. Good girl. Now pick it up. We're going to go up in the air. Now this is one thing she does struggle with, the up in the air. But she's still a little nervy there. But I'm just going to act as if there's nothing wrong. So even after all the work I've done, she still has that nervousness, because it's not about the object. It's in her mind. It's about what has happened and what's making her feel as if something bad is going to happen every time there's anything different or new, or even things that aren't different. Anything at all. This is what is called anxiety. And if she was actually diagnosed like a human, she'd probably be classed as a complex anxiety, because it comes out even in the most normal of situations. It's layers and layers and layers of fear that she has. The trouble is we don't know how she got that fear. So not knowing how she got that fear is where I have to do some guesswork, and I have to learn to really read her in a way that she understands that even though I don't know everything about her, I understand how she works. And we are getting there. It's taking some time, but we're getting there. And like I said, she's allowed me to rasp that foot. That's huge. Being able to do this is huge. I'm going to let her smell this. Oh, she says, yeah, I know what it is. Do we really have to? She will gladly give this side. Come on, love. Good girl. Then again, it makes a noise, does things it shouldn't do. But she's okay with it. I didn't like how she just did that foot down there, but I know. What am I asking? We're just rasping. But that's huge. 1 foot. It's only 1 foot, but 1 foot is the beginning of getting all the feet done. I've got a feeling I'm going to get the back leg before I'm going to get this other front side. Just the way she behaves. Another thing she likes is she likes this brush here. She really likes this brush. This brush does not bother her. And it can go right down. And she doesn't freak out about it on either side. Oh, I freaked out, not her. Now the other thing that we've been working on is the water bottle. Water bottle is a bit of a bone of contention. However, this is something I have around me all the time. It's going to make noise. It's going to do shit. Look at that. Ask her to move in towards it. Good girl. And we're going to throw it on the floor. Look at that. This is brilliant. People probably think I'm completely insane, but if you had have seen the very first time she even heard a water bottle clinking and crunching like this horse was completely panicking. Because she doesn't like that crunchy sound. Plastic is not her forte. Come on, love. On the floor, not a problem. what I did the other day, and I didn't film it, but I did it, is I popped a water bottle. I'm going to drink this water bottle first. Oh, can you wait a little bit? I got to go to the shop myself. You're usually asleep this time of day, but so I'm going to use my water bottle. I won't be too much longer. Okay, this is a good tool. Works like a charm. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep a hold of her on one side and ask her to go around. And I'm going to have the water bottle and the rope, so we've got a few things going on. Now she may take off, she may freak out, or she may not really give a shit because we've already figured this one out. And I think we're going to win with the I don't care, because I've already checked this out. It's not as scary as what it used to be. But when it starts moving around in a wild and crazy manner, then it could be a bit more scary for her. Now, what are the chances of somebody throwing a water bottle in a rope? Probably 0. However, you never know. Crazy shit happens all the time. Walk around it. Come on. Come right past it. You can do it. It's right there. Good girl. She can't see that when she's up that close. Once they get about here, they can't see anything. This is why horses have to trust us. That we're going to do the right thing. This is why it's so important to make them have confidence within themselves as opposed to us making them confident because we're there. So damn important. That's why if you can get anything you can and chuck it in your yard and leave the horse with it, things like plastic bags, things that rustle, flags, you name it, get as much as you can around a nervous horse because they will learn to adapt. Drop, good girl. So that water bottle, which I'm now going to grab from behind, swing across here, I'm going to now bring up. Now I'm right here, I'm going to stand there and hold this. I'm going to come up, going on the back. She says, well, that's interesting. This is the side if we're going to have trouble. This is the side we're going to have trouble on. Look at her ears. She says, I don't like this, so what I'm going to ask is her to put her head down while I'm doing this. Good girl. Put her head down. Good job. The fact that she'll do that tells me two things. One, she's comfortable enough to listen and believe me that it's okay to relax while that's there as best as she can. She's not fully relaxing, of course not. She's still petrified of the bloody thing. I'm petrified of things too, but you've got to learn to deal with it. Like I said, me going to the shop. I hate going to the shop. I'm going to drop this right in front of her. She couldn't care less. But once I start swinging around like a pendulum, then she starts going, whoa, what's this movement? This is strange. And then we drop it. She's fine with it. That's really good. Now go across. Now this is interesting because I've got her between a rock and a hard place here. She could literally freak right out. I'm going to take this off so if she does freak out, she's not going to trip herself up in a panic, break her neck or anything silly like that. I don't think she will. I think she trusts enough in herself to understand that if she calms down and settles, come on, and ask her to come back and to investigate her own self what's happening. I want her to step towards, come on, good girl. She's not right next to it, of course, but she is stepping towards. Here goes that stretchy leg of, I am a bit scared. She says, all right, I'm coming along too. Let's walk the bottle and let's go with you. Good girl. This is all about her figuring out that the bottle's not right next to me. It still could go crazy and do something to her, but she's going to test for herself how safe she feels. Not very comfortable. She's got to look on her face as if to go, what the fuck going on here? Come on. But she's going to do the job like the true professional that she is. Not coming right in though, so I'm going to see how close I can get it to come along. Come on. Good girl. Come in. Try again. Come on. So I don't know if you can see her, but she's right over there. Here she is. She's kind of swooching around. Come on. See how cranky her face looks? She's very upset with the bottle. She doesn't like it. That's okay. There's a lot of things we don't like. We've got to deal with it. So come on. She knows that eventually it's going to be her. Oh, see now there goes a kick. I don't know if you saw that. But she just gave that bottle a bit of a whopping there. She says, I've had enough of it. Now that's not acceptable. So we're going to make her move. It's not unacceptable, it's just not acceptably safe to be around. So I'm going to ask her, instead of fighting and attacking the bottle, if she'll just come over and investigate carefully the bottle. Come on. Come on. Or the bottle's going to go. Good job. Come on. And that's better. Look, here she comes. She's going to have a look at the bottle. She's like, ah. It is a bit scary, but she's checking it out. This is what we want. The fact that she's getting brave enough to check it out instead of run from it. Good job. Come on. Check it out. Good girl. You can do it. Yes, you can. And she's coming along. Not getting too close. A lot better than she was. When it starts swinging, she starts flipping out. There we go. Not so bad. Good girl. Come on. Come on, love. She's not certain about it. But she's not bolting away like a crazy thing. I'm going to leave that bottle there. I'm going to ask her now to follow the bottle in closer proximity. She's not going to like it, but I'm going to ask her to do that anyway. It will. She's threatening right now to me that she might kick me as well. So, and these are the things you've got to work with, because if you don't understand how to work with them, then you're going to have a horse that you just can't predict. She has to learn that kicking is not the solution, even though it's uncomfortable. You can't kick, because if you kick, you can hurt not just yourself, but other people and horses and any animal that goes near you or behind you or anywhere around you. So we want her to become brave enough to say, okay, I don't have to kick. And the only way we can do this is through constant desensitisation, but not just desensitisation, asking her to give herself the benefit of the doubt and to make it her idea. You can see there she's coming closer. Not happy about it, but accepting it. It looks like it's crazy. Simple tool. Costs nothing to do. Nothing at all. There we go. Now the reason why she's staying is because I've got this here. So she's trusting me at this point. When I remove this, it'll change. I'll show you what I mean. She'll probably take off. No, she's going to stay. Good girl. There we go. Oh, good job. Good job. That was awesome. Oh, wow, look at that. Hardly a move on her. Come on, let's go, Bob. Go. I want her to let it be facing, going around her. I want her to stand while I go around her. She can spin around if she likes, but I just want her to stay roughly in the same spot. Good girl. Good job. That's beautiful. Now we're going to come back to, I want her to stand and wait for me and listen and trust me. I'm going to come forwards. Yes, a good girl. I want her to trust me. Now see how she's spinning that bum around, ready? What we want her is to calm down. So we're going to wait for her to stand. Drop. Good girl. Trust me, she's not going to drop her head like that if she's too anxious. Her head will be staying high. So she's a good recoverer. She recovers well. That's a far better response. And look at this. Here she comes. She says, I'm coming over. Coming over closer. Good job. Aren't you a brave lass? Hey? Aren't you a brave girl? It's not easy to conquer your fears every single day. No, it's not. Not everybody has to do it. But some of us do. And when we do, we feel much better about it. Good girl. And drop. Drop down. Good girl. So basically, and now I'm going to just ask her to stay in the moment with this. Good girl. Oh, that scared me. I got freaked out too. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? It's not going to harm us. There's a good girl. I want her to drop down. Here we go. Here we go. Much better. Okay. So that'll probably do us for today with her. I think she's done a really good job in being very confident in herself. That can go on the ground there. And she can just move around, do what she's doing. So I'm going to leave it at that today because I think that's enough. We've done really well holding herself like that and not freaking out and allowing the things that we're learning, like the rasp and things like that, to happen. All of it's progress. It's slow, but it's steady. And I'm not pushing her daily anymore. I did that the first week, nearly the first 2 weeks, but it was a bit much for her. So I've figured with her, I'll give her a day on, and then I might give her a day off, maybe 2 days off. And then whenever I bring her back in, she's far more willing to work with me because she's had a bit of time to think about things. So, come up. So she's given me that look again of, I really don't want to deal with things. I'll take her home in a minute. Let her settle herself down. And the very last thing I'm going to do, just to reinforce with her that she is safe with me, is I'm going to see if she'll allow me to touch that back end again, and that tail. Good girl. Even though she's kicked out a couple of times today, she has not kicked me at all. She has threatened the bottle, but she hasn't threatened a human, which is a really great thing. And that's really nice. So that's a big progress. And she's getting so good. She's so good girl. So she'll stay in here for the morning. I'll let her back down with Henry later in the afternoon. She'll be up here for the morning. Where she can just relax and chill out a bit. keep off that grass because she's got a grass belly like crazy. Thanks, guys, for watching. I really appreciate everybody coming by and watching. Thanks, Dougie, for coming on. And who else was there? Beard. Hey, Beard. I think that's Beard. I can't see. Yeah, Beard. And the other fella that was here. I don't know what his name is, but yeah. A Crazy Cat, I think, was here. Was Crazy Cat here? Yep, Crazy Cat was here. You guys are brilliant. You always come on and you always give me encouragement and support. And I really do appreciate it. It means the world to us, me and the horses both, because it inspires me to keep on going, even when we have hiccups and mishaps. And some days I think I'm going to give up everything and just sell everything and go to Mongolia and live in a hut. But I think I may still do that a bit later on in life if I'm still alive. But this will do. But anyway. All right, well, she's had a good day, and we'll let her go. Ready to go? Oh, that's a lovely looking shoe right there. Lovely looking shoe. Good girl. All rightio. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you a bit later on. Bye for now.